Greetings from New Hampshire, home of the Seacoast division of the National Model Railroad Association and host of the Northeastern Region's 2025 convention, the Concord Flyer.
Currently, the Concord Flyer has secured over 45 clinics to ensure a huge range of topics and interests. The following slideshow gives you a small sampling of what awaits you in September. Rich Breton will show you how to make your own shrubbery and wildflowers from easily obtainable supplies. His finished products compare well against more expensive European offerings. Making your own shrubbery allows for realistic scenery that can match your layout criteria, season, or location. When Chris Cafaro is not working as the editor of the NER Coupler, he can be found at Tony's Train Exchange doing large-scale repairs and DCC work. Chris's clinic will look at sound dynamics in our locomotives and around the layout. Peter McKenney grew up on a potato farm in northern Maine, served by the Bangor and Aroostook Railroad, or BAR. This clinic draws on Peter's love of history, along with his experiences as a youth, to plan a realistic model railroad. This clinic will help you understand the potato industry as it relates to the BAR, Maine Central, Boston and Maine, and other northern railroads and facilities. Strength of N scale is in its size. Randhoven discusses how puzzle layouts are all about interesting track work. Industrial layouts feature operations on a single industry or a number of industries in a small area. We combine these concepts to allow a model railroader to incrementally build from a very small layout to serious operation. Bruce Robinson's clinic shows how one modeler started with a list of wishes and 2 years later ended with his dream layout. The Stratton Valley Railroad lies in the southwest corner of Vermont and features complete scenery with some whimsy thrown in. Scott Meyer brings to life a clinic from the pages of Railroad Model Craftsman. In the April 2024 issue, Scott discusses his ultra-lightweight construction for a portable layout. At the Concord Flyer, Scott will elaborate on his methods and plans to have an operating layout there with which to demonstrate. Have you ever thought about scratch building a diesel locomotive and interested in the Achievement Program? If so, join Tom Oxnard, a master model railroader, as he discusses the process of choosing a model, gathering parts, noting the NMRA AP requirements, construction, painting, and finishing. According to Tom, besides being a great learning experience, this was easier than it sounds. Are you thinking about incorporating operations into your layout? Or are you a longtime operator tired of using car cards or self-made manifests? Join Will Everett as he discusses NMRA Operations Pro, a free and powerful computer program that generates train manifests and switch lists. The program gives a different feeling and experience to each train you run during an operation session, while staying true to your designs for the layout. Chuck Diljak, a master model railroader, brings his knowledge to our clinic lineup in Concord. Chuck has updated a prior clinic and renamed it not Weigh Freight, it's Weighing Freight. In this clinic, Chuck discusses scale tracks, scale houses, and scale test cars. He also takes a deeper dive into adding the weight of bulk freight into your layout operations, whether you use JMRI switch lists or car cards. For some people, model railroading means having a permanent layout in a basement or a spare room. For others, it means building modules. Jeff Dunn's clinic, Portable Layouts, will look at modular standards and details about T-Track, N-Track, and Fremo. There will be an HO scale Fremo layout on site for convention attendees to operate trains and test out the concept of a modular layout. Spend an evening with Scott Jewell as he takes a look at the waterfront terminal of the Port of Boston and how they interact with the railroad. Scott will use photos, maps, and models to help tell the story of how bulk goods work their way through the waterfront. This clinic will have a 1920s perspective based upon his model railroad, the Boston Docks and Rocks. Master model railroaders Jim Gore and Carl Smay will help you expand your modeling skills. Modeling with the Masters will give you hands-on instructions and guide you as you build a model during the clinic, which you can then take home to place on your own layout. This concludes the clinic's teaser for the Concord Flyer Convention. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in September.